I have a story here that I think kind of buries the lead, if you will. Russia scraps Admiral Kuznetsov, eyes China's J-35A for mini carriers. Can Russia's bold pivot to smaller stealth carrier fleets with Chinese fighters fill the void left by the Kuznetsov's demise? And this story goes on to talk about the Kuznetsov and its very troubled history. Commissioned in the 1980s and still essentially a work in progress. That said, the lead here, the way I see it, a defense analyst at the Center for the Study of Strategic Planning told Izvestia that Moscow is studying two plausible fighter candidates for any future light carrier: the domestically designed Sukhoi Su-75 Checkmate and the Chinese Shenyang J-35A. After decades of China being the buyer of these weapons, of China fielding Soviet copies of Soviet aircraft, essentially. That's all it was. It was copies of Soviet aircraft. All their aircraft was a J this or a J that because it was a copy of a Soviet design. Now, the situation is quite reversed. You have the Russians contemplating the purchase of Chinese aircraft because the Chinese have now proven that they can design, develop, construct, and put into mass production a stealth fighter capable as any the Western world has to offer. China will make the J-35A point guard fighter in large numbers. And I've done videos about this aircraft time and time again. This aircraft is already in large production, full-scale production. China's J-35 naval stealth fighter seen like never before. This is an image taken of one of the naval versions next to one of the test platform aircraft. And then this news came out. Game changer for Indo-Pacific. J-35 officially joins China's carrier air wings. This historic milestone marks the first time Beijing's naval forces are fielding a true fifth-generation combat aircraft, significantly elevating the PLAN's ability to conduct advanced stealth operations from both land-based installations and future and current aircraft carriers. I say current and future because we all know that the Chinese have launched one full supercarrier. It's not nuclear powered, but it is very much the size of an American supercarrier with the same capabilities, including electromagnetic catapults. It only has 3 catapults, but they are electromagnetic. With both the J-20 and J-35 now entering serial production simultaneously, China becomes the first country in history to manufacture 2 distinct fifth-generation fighter platforms at production scale, an achievement unmatched even by the United States. Because the United States is currently only in production of one fifth-generation stealth fighter. That's the J-35. Production of the Raptor ended a long time ago. This production duality drastically widens the stealth fighter development gap between China and the rest of the world. As of 2025, China is estimated to produce over 120 fifth-generation aircraft annually, with unit costs of the J-35 speculated to fall between $80 and $90 million. Significantly cheaper than the F-35's flyaway cost, while providing many of the same capabilities. which is one of the big issues that sales of the F-35 have run into, is the source code. The United States doesn't want to give up the source code. And this is why the J-35 is becoming incredibly popular worldwide. As I pointed out in this video, China's J-35 may be the 21st century's MiG-21, because you have interest from nations such as Saudi Arabia, Egypt, all over the world. Nations are looking to this aircraft, with the most prominent being Pakistan, with their fighter pilots actually being pictured, and that picture being sent on Chinese social media by the Chinese aircraft company Shenyang that makes the J-35, with the title Satisfied Customer. So you have what will probably be vast international sales to Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Egypt, any number of a lot less open customers, and now possibly Russia. How time and the tables have turned from the Soviet Union and the Russians being the supplier to everywhere that wasn't part of the free world, to now it being China. It's incredible. And the manufacturing scale that China has, this is definitely something that we need to pay attention to. It absolutely is. And again, isn't that a beautiful airframe? The United States and the rest of the free world is going to have to get used to seeing that airframe for the next 50 to 75 years. On a personal note, it's my hope that the Chinese don't use this hideous color that they like to use with their naval aircraft. Please don't. It's hideous. And you have one of the most beautiful airframes in the world. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous and deadly, and something that the free world needs to take seriously. Because like I said in my video, this is likely to be the MiG-21 of the 21st century, which means the free world is going to have to face this around the world and on the world's oceans, because that's the Chinese naval variant of the J-35. This is the Chinese naval variant. That doesn't even get into the land variant, which is pictured right here. So, China is becoming the supplier of stealth aircraft to everywhere outside of the free world, just as the Soviet Union became the supplier of aircraft to everyone outside of the free world. We're going to have to deal with this aircraft for years to come, including from the Russians. Hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like. Hopefully you'll subscribe, share with a friend, let them know that even though the Russians say they're scrapping their Admiral Kuznetsov carrier, the big news is that they may be another customer, just like a whole bunch of other nations, of a Chinese fighter. Thank you. Appreciate you.